Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge has issued a warning that if Prime Minister Modi retains power in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, then it could possibly be the last elections of India. He has urged people to save democracy. He also said that while Congress wants to unite people with the initiative of the Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra, the BJP and the RSS are still promoting Nafrat Ki Dukaan. Before we get into a discussion about how far these tactics can take the Congress, let us first listen in to what Mr. Kharge had to say and how the BJP reacted to that.
नोटिस देना, डराना, धमकाना, उसकी दोस्ती अगर नहीं छोड़ेंगे, फिर हम देख लेंगे। डर के कोई दोस्ती छोड़ रहा है, कोई पार्टी छोड़ रहा है, कोई गठबंधन छोड़ रहा है। अरे इतने डरपोक लोग अगर रहे तो क्या यह मुल्क बचेगा? क्या यह संविधान बचेगा? क्या यह डेमोक्रेसी बचेगी? इसीलिए ये आखिरी चांस है आपको वोट देने का। इसके बाद कोई वोट नहीं देगा।
Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has transformed our nation into a nation where dynasty politics, appeasement politics and corruption politics is being systematically removed, and opportunities and a bright future, a Vikasit Bharat, is being prepared and built for the future generations of Indians. So there is a sunrise for all Indians. It is possible it could be the sunset for the Congress and the dynasty politics of the INDI alliance. For that, nobody is to blame but the Gandhi family and the dynasty politics that they have practiced for the last 75 years.
Kaushal Kant Mishra, BJP spokesperson, is with us on the program. Pooja Tripathi, Congress spokesperson, also joins us on the show. Sumit Peer, senior political commentator, joins me on this important discussion as well. All right, Pooja, I'll begin with you. Mr. Kharge obviously saying things like that if, the country does choose the Bharatiya Janata Party once again, in 2024, this year in the Lok Sabha elections, it could, in his own way, spell doom for a number of pillars on which democracy is erected. Do you think by far Mr. Kharge is being, a little hyperbolic when it comes to these warnings? The Bharatiya Janata Party has come into power in the last two elections. And in this comment, in more ways than one, Pooja, is also targeting the intelligence of the voter, isn't it? Because they know whom they're voting for.
No, Vinit, I'll correct you there. Kharge ji didn't question the intent of the voter, didn't question the intelligence of the voter. Kharge ji, what he projected is what the dismal picture of the country today is. What we saw in Chandigarh mayor elections today on Gandhiji's assassination day, the Shahid Divas, we saw that, the Nirvachan Adhikari just rejected 8 votes, took away with the ballot papers, and the BJP were very quick to seat their mayor candidate. What this is just a trailer of what Kharge ji is trying to point out. He's not, again I'm repeating, he's not questioning the intelligentsia of voter. What he's telling is 150 MPs are suspended from parliament. Why are they suspended? They're suspended because they asked for accountability from Prime Minister and Home Minister on a serious breach of security. We look at a 21-year climate activist who is charged with UAPA. We look at a journalist who pointed out this roti namak scam in midday meal. He is charged with UAPA. We look at a journalist who is brought out the administrative discrepancies in Hathras case. He is charged with UAPA. What we are seeing today has been total erosion of the constitutional body. We look at today, there was a report that in BHEL, Bharat Electronic Limited, the nominee, the director and the nominated members are BJP office bearers. A company which manufactures EVM, why BJP nominated members are part of its directorial board? Just simple question. India Alliance asked the Election Commission, since 3 months, they've been asking Election Commission time to put on their suggestions regarding the 100% counting of VVPAT. No, nothing, no response. Also, this bill that has been brought, making a Chief of Election Commission yes man in the present dispensation. But what we are seeing, I'm just painting a very small picture of the dismal times we are going through. And that's what when Kharge ji said, you cannot suspend the 150 members of parliament just for raising objection. They were not asked. They were asking accountability. Prime Minister is the head of executive of the country, and he is accountable to 140 crore Indians through the process of parliament, through the structure of parliament, through the rules and the process, electoral process that he has been gone through. But no, they are, rather than answering the Sansad, rather than answering the parliament, they let 150, they suspend 150 members. So what actually we are seeing right now is what Kharge ji pointed out. What does he say wrong? I don't understand this. There's nowhere he pointed out the intelligentsia of. We see for Israel this recruitment drive in Israel giving some 1.37 lakh rupees, and there's been a huge queue for it. When a country is facing 45-year high unemployment, and people are ready to risk their life because they know they'll not get jobs here, what kind of democracy are you trying to strengthen? What kind of democracy are you trying to project to the country? You know, inflation, unemployment, everything is at stake here. We see EDC, we see the misuse of EDC. What is happening in Jharkhand is before all of us. But we don't see any action being taken on Hemanta Biswa Sarma. We don't see any action being taken on Narayan Rane. We don't see any action being taken on Chhagan Bhujbal. Nothing. So each and every, be it media, be it judiciary, be it everywhere, be it legislative body, be it executive, everywhere it's compromised, and that's what Mr. Kharge was pointing out.
Okay, let's get a response from Mr. Mishra on this. Mr. Mishra, would you like to respond to what Pooja has said, that a number of democratic agencies have lost their democratic billing?
For any Congress person who is not belonging to the Gandhi family, for them democracy starts with Gandhi family and ends with Gandhi family. That is what is happening, and that is not happening currently. The dynasty politics is almost going to hell right now. But the Congress people who feel that Gandhi family is the only democracy, I am going to tell few examples. My friend Pooja said that there is suspension of 150 MP. I want to ask her, what about the suspension of more than 190 state government by congressmen during their period? I am telling you, in 1951, starting from 1951, Nehru ji, there is a word called Punjab State Emergency, in which 302 days, almost a year, no election was done. It was Nehru ji. In 1959, Kerala government was suspended. It was Nehru ji. Apart from that, 7 state government suspended by Nehru ji. And beyond that, after Nehru ji, dynasty politics come to Indira ji, and Indira ji suspended more than 50 state government, imposed one and only once emergency in our whole independent India, that is emergency imposed by Congress person, Indira ji. And why? Because she was framed by High Court of Allahabad for the forgery, corruption in election case. And that is why she imposed emergency. After that, Mr. Rajiv Gandhi, who dismissed almost 6 state government. And after Rajiv Gandhi, Mr. Manmohan Singh, under the supervision and guidance of Sonia ji, dismissed 11 state government. And same person imposed emergency on Supreme Court, and Sa Bano judgment was turned down just for appeasement politics and vote bank politics. And Mr. Kharge was saying, अगर मोदी की सरकार आ जाएगी तो देश में सनातन की सरकार हो जाएगी. For them, putting up the nation's religion, Hindu religion or Sanatan Dharma, is bringing emergency. For them, yes, Hindutva is emergency. Coming with Ram temple is emergency. Suspending 370 is emergency. Everything is emergency for them, which is happening for the development of the country, for the nation. Any sign which is from the English person, pre-independent thing, that are getting suspended day by day. And if you go, when the Modi government was formed in 2014, the British newspaper said that it is the first time that some government is coming who doesn't have any legacy from the English person. That what he want to say? He want to say that Congress is a legacy of Englishmen. So for them, only dynasty politics and everything is the democracy. Rest all, whatever anybody is doing for the nation is Hitler's side. That is what Mr. Kharge wants to say.
Okay, Sumit, how do you respond to this? Apart from the regular rhetoric and the back and forth that continues between these two parties, do you concur that there is a fair share for every ruling party to, misuse agencies from time to time?
See, Vinny, thanks for having me on this show and picking up a very important discussion. Look, Kharge ji and the India alliance is rattled. After their so-called convener, Sutradharak, and the person behind the scenes, Nitish Babu, has left them. They are rattled because seeing the swell of Ram Janambhoomi, seeing the swell of Ram Temple, seeing how crores of people are thronging the Ayodhya. They are the people who boycotted Bhagwan Ram Lalla. They are the people who said that Bhagwan Shri Ram Kalpanik Patra. They are the people who went to the Supreme Court and said, I will put 25 lawyers, please delay the decision. Ram Mandir ko bhi aap mat aane do. They are the people who went to the grave of Babar. And why did all of them go to the grave of Babar? They only know. Now, Kharge ji is saying that if Modi is elected again, there will be no election after that. So how does Kharge ji give such a path-breaking statement? I mean, being a leader and a tall leader, you are saying there will be no election in the country. Who gave you this information? Now, as per Congress, you have dismissed more than 60 state governments. You have imposed the only emergency in the country, and yet you are the most democratic party. You have also done, I'll tell you. Now, look at the GDP when Modi ji came to power. It was almost 1.8 billion. Now it has crossed 4 billion. Look at the stock exchange, 4.4 trillion, number 4th in the world. Hydrocarbons, number 4. Foreign exchange reserve all-time high, 30 billion. Now all the world leaders are thronging and coming here. We have increased our relations with the Islamic world. We have increased our relations with Europe. We have increased our relations with America. There was governor of Texas. He was here 2 days back. What did he say? Today, India and US will determine the course of world politics and influence the politics of the world. This is Texas governor, American. What did President Macron had to say? Chai pe charcha and I paid by UPI. That was mesmerizing. And after that, what did China had to say? Because India has done so much of relations, we have to revisit our relations with the Europe because they know Indians are dominating it. Look at GDP, look at foreign exchange reserve, look at Atmanirbhar Bharat, look at defense production, look at everything. Today, Indian Navy has the capability to rescue Pakistanis and Iranis in the Red Sea. We have more destroyers in the Red Sea than the United States of America. We are not fighting any alliance. We are not fighting anybody's war. We are taking our own control. Even in the time of COVID, we have tested dozens of missiles so that we are Atmanirbhar when push comes to shove. LCA, we designed. LCH, we designed. Aircraft carrier, we designed, we commissioned. We are exporting weapons today, right? Philippines has got the BrahMos. We are the number 2 exporter of the mobile phone. It has crossed $10 billion. And 2013, we were 100% net importer of mobile phones. Semiconductor pushes there. GDP has increased. Now, stock market is number 4th in the world. If this is not development, then what is development? If Kharge ji is worried that his party may not be there or his private limited company may not survive, that is up to him. Today, what did Rahul Gandhi ji say? Ki bhai thoda sa pressure padta and you are leaving the alliance. That is he spoke his heart out. Ki bhai pressure padta, you leave the pressure ED ka nahi hai. Pressure CBI ka nahi, pressure logo ka hai. Nitish Babu realized that there is a groundswell that you can't be seen anti-Hindu, anti-Sanatan. Why did you not go to Bhagwan Shri Ram Pran Pratishtha? Give me one good reason why didn't you go. Isn't Congress Hindu? Isn't a Congress worker Hindu? Yes, they are. So they are questioning the leadership. Sir, जब हिंदू और सनातन का महापर्व हो रहा था, you chose to boycott Bhagwan Shri Ram. Why, after 550 years, such a celestial event has happened, you chose to boycott it? Now, when BJP is getting the traction, they're saying if Modi will come, there will be no election. It will be like Putin. Now, tomorrow, don't be surprised. They will compare Modi ji with Hitler and Macedon. You won't be surprised. This talks about they have literally conceived defeat. Now, when Abhishek Banerjee tells them today, where is the seat sharing agreement? मैं तो 6 महीने से पूछ रहा हूँ सीट शेयरिंग एग्रीमेंट क्या नहीं है. When Kejriwal is saying I will contest alone, when Bhagwant Mann ji is saying I will contest alone, when Akhilesh Bhaiya is saying I will give you 10 seats, when Mamta ji is saying I will give you 2 seats. So how does Modi become responsible for that? How is Modi to be accountable for that? How is BJP to be accountable for that? You cannot keep a flop together. You are rattled by the progress of India. Look at the G20 presidency. Look at the stature of India. दुनिया की सत्ता में भी भारत की मर्जी के बिना पत्ता भी नहीं होता. That is biggest nations of the world are acknowledging this. If this is not soft power, if G20 is not soft power, if foreign exchange is not, if FDI is not, if startups is not, if Atmanirbharta is not, if LCH is not, LCA is not, if Pranay is not, Atmanirbhar, if nuclear triad is not, nuclear submarines are not, then what exactly is the development and how it is worse than the Congress and what is whom is
Okay, let's get a response. Let's get a response from Pooja. She's been very patient. She's heard everyone out. Let's give her an opportunity. In fact, it's 2 against 1 today. I'm the moderator. I really don't want to get into weighing in the accusations that have been hurled between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress. But Pooja, Mr. Mishra and Sumit Peer both pointed out towards certain things that have also been orchestrated by the Congress Party. They have ruled the country for the longest period of time. It will be unfair to weigh what the BJP has done in the last 10 years compared to what the Congress Party has been doing for the past 65 years.
Vinny, the irony is you're talking about democracy here, and the debate, his opinion started with Ram Mandir. We have created the celestial event. Who are you to create the celestial event? Who are you to do it? This ego, this arrogance that we have built Ram Mandir, we have done this. It was a pure Bhajpa function. It was a Bharatiya Janata Party function with the frontliners of RSS being there, not according to the protocol, but
but people from the Congress Party were invited, Pooja. They refused to go.
So, because why did they refuse? I'm very proud that Congress Party declined to go.
Why? Ayodhya is in India, Pooja. Ayodhya is in India. It's a part of the country.
You should follow the religion of politics, but never mix religion and politics. Their Jai Shri Ram is how our Gandhiji is today's Gandhiji's assassination day. Gandhiji said, Raghupati Raghav Raja, sabko sanmati de Bhagwan. There's Kabir who said, Main hu Ram ki bahuriya. There have been, the stature of Ram has been before Bhajpa and before Congress. Let me be very clear about it. So there's nobody to claim that we brought Ramji back to Ayodhya. And when we said that religion should not be mixed with politics, we are living in a secular state. And this was a completely Bhajpa function. Who were they to dole out invites to people? They thought they were okay to invite, and they thought they weren't okay to invite. Who are these people? How did now these 4 Shankaracharya decline their presence? Because they said it's a pure political event. Forget Congress. Congress may be anti-Hindu according to, but our Shankaracharya is also anti-Hindu. Shankaracharya, who occupy the highest seat of Sanatan Dharma, who occupy the highest seat of Hinduism, they have become anti-Hindu by your logic. Okay. So what I'm saying is, you can just claim, when we say that today Financial Times report was the government has spent just 2% of its GDP on health, just 2%, when the promise was 4%, and we reduced our education spending to 2.5%. Then we are providing free rations to 80 crore people. You should not claim, you should pat your back on UPI payments. But who is to answer for the raging 45-year highest unemployment that's plaguing the country? Who is to responsible at the back-breaking inflation that's impacting every household? Who is to responsible that? And more than that, the misuse of authorities that has been going, the rampant misuse of authorities that has been
Pooja,
going on.
what about the achievements? What would you say? Would you discount them as well? The 5th largest economy, with the only country, Pooja, in the world with a growth rate which is above 6%. It's unheard of. These are some credentials that the BJP does enjoy and brag about. Sumit wants to make a point very quickly, and then we'll take a response from Mr. Mishra as well. Sumit, go on.
Yeah, with due respect to Pooja ji, you see the inflation is 5.4%. Pooja ji, 13th November, 23rd November, 2013. Check the food inflation under the able economist in Dr. Manmohan Singh ji, whom I have greatest respect for. It was 23%. Now, what is the inflation in Europe? It is around 4%. What is the inflation in US? Is around 4 to 5%. Now, tell me, in this political turmoil, when did India have a lesser inflation than this? Right? So it is not exponentially gone, and we are saying it's out of the roof. US saw the highest inflation of 10.5% this year, right? Highest inflation of 10.5%. Have you seen a 630 billion foreign exchange reserve? If our economy is declining, how is by PPP, which is the ultimate measure of any economic measure, how are we number 3rd by the world? How by our PPP, our GDP is $14 trillion. We are better than most of the Europe and all of the Europe. How is that possible? How is this magic happening? Is Modi ji going and manipulating all the international bodies, World Bank, IMF, when ENY says that India is the hope of the world, when we are growing at 7.9%, Morgan Stanley or all the banks of Europe and every financial institution acknowledges, are they all sellouts? So when you are casting aspersions on the, Bharat, electronics and all, when you win Himachal, then the EVM is fine. When you will Karnataka, Pooja ji, then the EVM is fine. Now EVM, how are you?
Okay, Pooja, let him finish. Pooja, let him conclude his point. I also have to open Mr. Mishra into this. He's also been very patient and listening to the both of you. Sumit, wrap up your point. Okay, Mr. Mishra, come in now. Then we'll go once and for all to Pooja.
I have heard my friend Pooja.
Well, Pooja says, she alleges that the Ram Mandir was completely a political event. The people who are responsible for the consecration ceremonies, the Shankaracharyas, the four of them refused to come because it was completely political. So it's the BJP who's mixing religion with politics, not them by not attending.
I think it was under the supervision of Supreme Court who ordered to form a trust, and trust is the main functionary, and they are deciding whom to invite, whom not to invite. And my friend is saying it's Congress who has not visited and done the great job. Then why their spokesperson visited 2 days before to the Ram temple? And why everybody is saying religion and politics is separate? But remember, on the same day when the Ram Mandir ceremony was going on, almost all the Indi Gathbandhan people are sitting in some temple. What they are doing? Are they doing politics on religion? No. Everybody is just posturing themselves that they are for the country, and we are doing our job because we put a Ram Mandir concept on our Ghoshna Patra, Sankalp Patra. We called Sankalp Patra. So we own this cause, and when it finished, we take this cause. And in future also, I am asking Pooja, what is her take on Kasi Vishwanath and what is her take on Mathura ji? Our take is very clear that yes, we are for the temple. Can Pooja say? This is my question. And from fragile 5 to top 5 economy, just let me finish. From fragile 5 to top 5 economy, Pooja ji said 2 wrong facts. She said that 2% of the GDP for the health. Before the Modi ji, it was less than 2%. 2.5% for the education. It is less than 2.5% before the Modi ji. And last point, I am just reading out one small poem. मन में जहर डालर के बसा के फिरती है भारत की अहिंसा, खादी की केचुल पहन के ये केचुल लहर, ये भी है हिटलर का चेहरा, मार लो साथी भागने न पाए, कॉमनवेल्थ का दास है नेहरू, मार लो साथी भागने न पाए. This kavita was sung by said by Majru Sultanpuri, and he was behind the bar. During the emergency, Devanand was behind the bar.
Okay, Mr. Mishra. All right, Mr. Mishra, let me also, we have a paucity of time. Let me just quickly take a response from Pooja.
Last point.
Yeah, Mr. Mishra, let me quickly take a feedback from Pooja, and then we end with Sumit Peer. Pooja, quickly, you have a minute.
I stop Mr. Mishra right there. This is the Gandhi, this is the Khadi that he's mocking, this is the Gandhi he's mocking. Gandhi is not dead by some fanatic called Godse, whom they have been worshipping. They have been saying Godse Amar Rahe, and they have been doing a mock drill of assassination of Gandhi. He can't mock Khadi in independent India, where Khadi was our tool of
It was Majru Sultanpuri. It was not
Let her finish.
It was Majru Sultanpuri.
Okay, all right.
Gandhiji's assassination day, you are
Pooja, respond to the point that he made. What are your thoughts on Mathura and Kashi?
I think you cannot mock Khadi and just get away with it.
Mathura and Kashi.
Gandhi.
Mathura and Kashi. What is your take of Congress on Mathura and Kashi?
I listen to you. Let me answer.
Okay, let her finish.
For whom all the G20 heads went other day and bowed their heads. They don't go to Mr. Godse and bow their heads. And that is the power of Gandhi. Gandhi was before us. Gandhi is present, and Gandhi will be there
Okay,
after.
all right. Sumit, 10 seconds. We've completely run out of time. Sumit, quickly.
Just 10 seconds. First of all, their own leader, Acharya Prashant Kishore, is on TV saying, "Agar Modi ji nahi hote, to Ram Mandir nahi banta." This is their own leader. Acharya Prashant Kishore is saying कि Modi nahi hote,
Okay, all right.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.